Is he? Hello. Um, this is going to go to the screen. So, I kind of, I didn't quite feel like I could fit this into a stream, so I just record this last bit. A little funny for me today, but I don't think I've got much longer on this game. I hope you'll enjoy anyways. You know, this won't be a VOD this time, it'll just be a recording. Does mean I will be without anyone chatting, essentially, and whatever else. Just entirely on my own, but anyway, enjoy this game enough, so. But yeah, so like, plan is to kind of finish off my current run of Cider Princess, and I'm keeping the theme on still. Whole Crimson. Sorry. I forgot for a second I renamed it. The Carnation sort of Skull Pact sort of theme I got going on with like the Crimson Nyx and everything else, and I'm still keeping that on, stuff like that. Just because I feel like I did start this when I did start this on Halloween night, and I did have the theme, so I feel like it's kind of necessary to keep it on for this. It's kind of also why I didn't quite update my blue scan and everything else yet. Kind of switch out of it. And also, I did kind of need a bit of time to recover from a late night stream. I kind of got myself distracted quite a few times. Yeah, man, I will say, Slay the Prince is a really good game. And I hope everyone's been enjoying everyone who watched the stream and watched the VOD actually enjoyed my time playing with it a lot. Even though it's not going to be like the usual, it wasn't exactly the usual when people play Slay the Princess, where it's just like then they're going in blind or something like that. They didn't really do that because, well, I'll be honest, I kind of watched I think a few people at least play the game before me. And I didn't exactly know everything that was in the games just yet. But I did know at least some of the main sort of stuff. Like the main sort of story plots, that kind of thing. That I'm very much aware of. But anything outside of that, I've got less of a clue on. Hope everyone enjoyed, regardless, though. Well, thing. Imagine like half the fun for some people watching this, I guess, would be just someone going into it blind and trying to figure things out. Sorry I didn't quite do that myself, but still some stuff I didn't quite realize with the game, and it was fun to sort of like go through that, as well as just play the game as is, just not really think about things too much further. Like I say, it is a great game on its own. Because I think it's like the whole me watching people play it is kind of why I found myself playing it eventually. Really, like the story in a lot of ways. Like, it is honestly pretty good, I will say. There's just some like layer stuff that we'll get to eventually. Anyways, and should probably get into it pretty long. Yeah, so this is kind of be doing things a little outside of normal. But I kind of felt like maybe I couldn't quite, like I said, I couldn't quite finish with this into like a stream or something like that, and if anything, that's probably fine, I imagine, because if anything, it's probably finish it then. I was gonna say something, but then I just feel. Never mind. I'm just overthinking again. I tend to do that a lot. Just right here. And let's get back to where we left off. Oh yeah, I got to like this point. We went through most of this already, but there's a bit of his last bit off. Assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you, and why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
I mean, fair enough.
I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess locked us in a basement, we eventually died, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Yeah, think about it. Not bad if I kind of skip things a little bit. Do quite like the blood. of like the narration and the voice acting, whatever else. I like hearing that, and I'm fine with hearing it again. Hearing it more than once. I feel kind of bad for skipping it a bit at one point, but just being honest, that was around the time I was. I think around that time I was nearly 6 a.m. or something for me, so. Yeah, I'll just say well about that. Yeah, also have a similar mindset, however. I imagine some of you probably don't really care, but whatever. Just thought I'd mention it.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world. Just be quick about it.
I mean, she left me to die. She didn't really kill me. Basically. Kind of funny to say that. I'm gonna say she killed me last time around. It's like she just left me to rot. But yes, certainly. It's who cares? I guess she killed me last time around. What am I doing? She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Oh well. All she did last time was lock me in the basement until I died. Don't get me wrong. I hated it, but how can someone like that be? How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. But that doesn't mean you're not fully up to the task that's been given to you. Have a little faith in yourself, and maybe try not to get tricked this time.
You locked in that basement. What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I just realized I don't think the others are chiming in during this.
Great. Now,
I was thinking they probably
warning
would, but
before you go
it's
any
right.
further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I also just really like the way this how this works, where you just do this. Slight. It's like background goes quite a bit further, and so the closer something is, the less it actually moves, kind of. Sorry, it's just something I couldn't help but think about last time. Just feel like how this sort of thing works.
Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done. The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the muddy shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. But he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
Just my eyes. Why would he lie about there not being a mirror? What's the point?
Come on now. He's pretty much in charge here. When have authority figures ever lied about anything? If there were a mirror in this cabin and we were supposed to look at it, he would have told us about it.
I just feel like this guy's taking the absolute piss. He's just taking the mick. Some of his dialogue is great.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Oh, Kevin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Oh. Opportunity is there. That's why I mentioned I watch people play this. To some extent, I will also have forgotten things, because it has been a while. So, not like I'm going to remember absolutely everything. Just remember some stuff here and there. Just really mentioning it.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone. You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite. Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognized the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
Okay, we've quite seen her do that this time. She's rolling her eyes at something, that's great. Oh. Sorry, I found it a little funny. Well, he's really not having it.
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Sorry, that just made me Google pieces of it. It's like, you just tell he's not happy. Just not gonna believe your words. God. She's not having it. Either played it and you and you somehow, right? Don't worry. It isn't for you or, or killing you. Got to get you out somehow, right?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Just like how you just go straight into this. Look, I know things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than Professor What? We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
See a point there, but...
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Let's do this. I don't want to hurt you, but really there's some broken trust. This is just of my goodwill.
You can't be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't democracy. We're giving her a blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think happens now?
We're both scared. Both hurting. Hope this doesn't make a change. We'll probably kill each other forever. You want that? I don't. Be better than this.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
She's not having it.
And then she buries the blade in your heart. What? No. No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do.
I don't know why this keeps me off. It's just beg, it's just help. Help between this acts to some extent, and how the narrator acts to some extent with all this. And her just not having it.
Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3. The Form.
You're on a path in the woods. I can't believe she actually stabbed us. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it. Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while we were bleeding out. I just wanted to make sure that everyone here knows that I was and am on the right side of that argument. Oh, you're far from being on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated on the future. Ho ho, a visionary. I like it. Tell me more. Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Travelling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us. Does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death. Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. So maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great, so you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
This place is different. It keeps changing.
Wonderful. If the woods themselves are changing, then that's all the more reason for you to take this seriously. It would mean your grip on things is slipping, which, in turn, likely means her influence is spreading. Someone's in the know. I've already said too much. The more information you have, the more difficult your task will be. Don't listen to her, definitely don't free her, and if you can, don't even think about her. You don't have to worry about me. My head's always empty. Except for thoughts of her.
Sounds about right for the smitten. We're even now. I'm sure she understands that. But we can see what she has to say for herself when we get to the cabin.
Yes, good. Playing both sides. That's what smart people do, and you're the smartest in the room. I'm not sure it counts as playing both sides if people can hear you doing it. Buddy, you're thinking in far too few dimensions. There's layers to doing this right, and I'm pretty sure the one making the choices gets that. Trust in the plan. Trust in what plan? The Decider's plan. Sure, we don't know what the plan is yet, but that's part of the whole trusting thing, isn't it? A good leader knows how and when to keep things secret, and sometimes a good leader even knows to keep things secret from himself. There isn't a plan, and that's the whole point. We're supposed to be guided by emotion. We're supposed to passionately live in the moment, and I'm sure that when the time comes, those passions will tell us to set our darling princess free.
My man. My man.
If I were you, I'd remember what she's done. You know how dangerous she is. And you should know that someone like her shouldn't be let loose upon the world.
You should seem to be taking the whole looping thing in stride.
What do you want me to say? It's bad that you've been here before. It's bad for you, it's bad for me, and it's especially bad for the world. The more times you run through this, the more likely it is that you'll fail. You've already failed twice. So you knew this could happen. Theoretically, sure, I knew this could happen, but I was supposed to be the first. I'd really rather not get into it. I don't care about where we came from, and I don't care to discuss the theory of anything. I yearn only to bring her freedom. I'm here to feel, not to think. Then we can all move on, and forget what I said about failure. It's important that you believe in yourself, and the fact you're here probably means that you still have a chance to pull this off and save the world. My world, at least. It sounds like you've probably doomed a couple of others already. I need to stop talking. Think happy thoughts.
Well, what happens next? It seems like all our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
This kind of reminds me of something. All these flowers around. Yeah, I've heard people kind of make say there's like roses or something I want a few times, but I think I've seen others say it's like maybe poppies or something. No idea for certain, but it's something I kind of find myself remembering. And looking at them, they really look like roses. Might just be my way of thinking, but I think roses would be a lot more, you know, other shape to all these. guess they do kind of look like poppies.
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it, let me guess, you want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
How can we even get down there? The only thing I see is that mirror.
You're right, the mirror is back. There isn't anywhere for us to go. But there isn't a mirror. I still don't get his angle here. Either way, I say we take a look. It feels like it's been forever since we've actually seen ourselves. For all we know, our feathers are all out of place. And that's why we haven't yet won her heart. We must put our best face forward. Yeah, we can't go around looking disheveled. A real go-getter takes care of his appearance. So, is the door to the basement behind the mirror? I promise you there isn't a mirror, and there isn't a door to the basement. The entrance is more of a burned-out frame than anything else, and it's right there on the far side of the room. Do you really not see it? You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome features. It went away when we touched it last time. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. You really thought there was a mirror there, didn't you? That can't be good. As if things weren't unpredictable enough. Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I? I lock you away and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know what I want. I never really chose to come here.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So, come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
I'm not here to laugh. Here to free. If you let me.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
Sorry, I found myself getting distracted for a moment. It's like yeah, this is still pointed a bit. This kind of makes sense, just didn't quite realize it, because I think, well, she looks, it's just like, whatever. It's completely broke though. Sorry about that. It's a great moment though. Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness.
Not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. We need to lead together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
Then maybe it's past time for either of us to say anything. All accounts is action.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon.
Imagine people are probably confused every time Sorry. Shouldn't.
You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us! She trusts us! Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
Freaking opportunist.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's 2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her? You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her.
Oh, good lord, this guy.
And I have no problem with that. Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
That's the level of hatred the narrator gets.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Yeah, we have to.
Can we actually do that?
Yes, we can, buddy.
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
Yes, we can.
You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't want to throw away a chance for a special moment, now would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge.
Look, the music just stops for this moment as well. It was really driving on and fighting the narrator absolutely hates this.
Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss? You lean in and you kiss her. And
Look, it was the hero that's doing it. It's so... Oh, God. I'm not to laugh because the narrator acts during this. Oh, this is great.
and she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment! You can do better than that. Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now. He's making fun of us. It doesn't matter either way, because this is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. But unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever. You open your eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you. Time for you to damn the whole world to oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
Her hand slips into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this? Your nightmare is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
You do not get a chance to respond. Nor will you ever. Hands leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay, just trust me. You've been there before and you'll always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
It's not the end. This on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it. Finally, we're going places.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. Go on again. The mirror also makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. That isn't right. It can't be nothing. You focus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, putting the image in the glass in two. Then another crack forms, and another, and another. Then the mirror. What? When the mirror. I think my brain suddenly read ahead. Sorry. Oh, good lord. In the mirror, the jagged shards of broken glass. So, on the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
If this gets a bit bad, I'm sorry, everyone. In one of my lives, you hurt yourself. You thought that all this was wrong.
Oh, did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
Really? Gonna make claims like this? Even now? Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
It hurt when pieces of you break off like that.
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
So you do know about the looping? Because one of the times I've met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why do you lie?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really?
Hang on a moment. Right, so I'm back, everyone. But we're gonna get interrupted because I got called down for something quickly. Comes out of a cake though. That's gonna be a funny moment. Well, I don't know if that even got heard, but if it did, oh dear, you know why. At that point, and mine was like a bit of a cut. Let's keep going with this.
Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? All this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
If you made me, then what am I?
You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do yet. It's in my club. That's what I'm going to do yet. Still have to see what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. And I was right. You are the Long Quiet. A vast, nascent god. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Misty too. He unfurls as endless cascade of smiles in response, then patiently waits for you to continue. You know about the echo. Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm a little quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Do you have a say in all this? Is this falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Yeah, I'm getting hiccups now. What the heck? I'm curious to see where this goes. Don't know if he gets saved first. I think it's time for us to leave this place. But I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, inclining you across infinite sides, infinite angles. You push back and straight against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Whoa. That is quite something. You are free. She is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
I should have carried on this. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been. As you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, two of you will never be alone. Two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Oh. I don't think I actually got to see that one. It's quite something. You're in the princess. There's quite a few here, jeez. Be surprised, but finish the game, go back to where it all started. The end face to face. The end is never the end, is never the end. Return to your beginning in Slayer once and for all. Leave with her at the end of everything. Soft. Well, I think that'll be about it for this. There's two. But I think that is good enough for now. If I might return to this eventually, it depends, but I think there's good and I'm glad to finish this off finally. Sort of run of this game. I hope you enjoyed the journey along the way and the way things have gone. No? And whatever you'll get up to. If you decide to play the game yourself, I hope you enjoy it just as much as I did. This game is honestly quite great. I don't really have words, it just quite like how this whole thing sort of goes, really. A message this game has. I think there is a little bit one, but just be honest, like, I was recording for a second. I panicked. Heck, nabbit. So used to streaming. Ugh. Right. But yeah. As I was saying, like, a great story and just like the art style and the actors and everything else. It's honestly quite good. myself lost. Probably because of the music, but mostly just because thinking about all this is I don't really have the words, to be honest. Let me get it out. This was a little bit like, man, the amount of detail they put into all this. I remember there being a funny sort of thing about all this where I actually made this with, what was it, a really creative engine, I think it was? I can't remember. They got something really restrictive, if I remember right. That was quite great that they made like this much of it. It's like way more than I didn't actually get into, but you know, I think that's kind of the fun of it. But it's just like so much to do. And honestly, probably don't need to do absolutely everything. I might see what else I can do here and there. We shall see, but I think for now, I think for this whole sort of little like couple of parts of playing this game. I think that's good, and it's time to just end it off here. And who knows, maybe you'll go ahead and check out what else there is yourselves. There is plenty more to see after all. Yeah, that kind of thought of just now. It's sort of like I was thinking about it during the form parts. So yeah, it makes sense that. But yeah, it's just thinking the whole time about like how I think the last one I did before this was like I think it was, hang on, let me check. Happily Ever After, right? Actually, that is gonna be. It's just thinking about how the narrator kind of at the end of it all kind of started thinking very differently after all of it. they're coming to the realization of maybe what he was doing was kind of just off or something like that. Quite liked how that the whole thing went. I feel like on some level that could be like a final thing that you do in a run. Where it's like maybe at the end of it all, this whole thing of dealing with the narrator trying to manipulate you and whatever else, and eventually it all ends like that. But honestly, it doesn't really matter, but it's just something I can help but think about a little bit. Just kind of thinking might be sort of final sort of bit, you know. But, who knows? It's just something I kind of think myself, I guess. I should probably stop talking at this point because I said a little bit about it. Just guess that probably goes to show how much I really like this, just because, like, again, it's just really great. Let me see if I can get a bit. I feel like. And there's like such sweet moments in all this. There really is. Voice cracked. Anyways, yeah, I'll be bending it here. I hope you all enjoyed. Again. And if any of you looking to potentially pick the game up and play yourself, it's on Steam. I'm not sure if it's anywhere else, but it might be. And I honestly do recommend it. I know everything I went through wasn't all that spooky or scary or anything like that, at least to any major extent. There are some bits that could go quite far into that, but I didn't exactly get to them, and just because it's just purely because of how I went about this, and honestly, there is no wrong way of playing this game, and there's at least some amount of spookiness going on. A little bit of horror. A little bit of dread. There's plenty more in some of the other stuff, and hey, if this is sort of where you, if I compelled you to sort of check this game out yourself, maybe you'll dive into those yourself as well. Who knows? In terms of other stuff, no one is normally used to me to like streaming and not exactly just recording random videos, whatever. And it's just a bit out of the ordinary, but I'd be fine with it. And once I feel more up to it, so I'll probably get back to doing streaming like normal. Again, I apologize for being a bit all over the place and whatever. I've needed a bit of a break, and I have been wearing myself out a good bit. I'm glad to sort of like come back a little bit and do stuff like this, but and I kind of miss the fact that like I haven't been quite doing my usual, but yeah, it be like that sometimes. Things just have to go a bit awry, and yeah. Man, there's so many projects I need to work on still. I really should get on it. Yeah, maybe I will at some point. Yeah. Maybe some on socials. I haven't been posting as much as, again, I need to take a bit of a break, but I'll probably be back to my usual self soon enough. And if you want to give the date on when I'll be streaming and maybe some other stuff here and there, I do have a blue sky. Just for that sort of thing. And they'll be in... I'll be on... Probably find out whether I'm definitely H37 or Daedra-Blood or Operator FSH37 Blue Sky Social. That's that. And as this isn't quite a Twitch stream, it's basically say anyone on the YouTube side. I have a Twitch channel where I do where I also stream, which is FSH37. So if you're more used to like using Twitch to watch someone stream or whatever, or if you just feel like following me on there, something like that, you can head on over there. And honestly, thank you all for the support and whatever else. Honestly glad to have you all sort of with me along for the ride. It's honestly been great. Even with all the well, the Evans like down moments over here and there. It's again, I apologize about all that. I need to be sorry, but I'm glad to have you all around, and I'm, yeah, I think that about covers everything. Yes. So, again, hopefully soon I'll be back to my usual self. Just figured do something less intensive and quite nice and relaxing. We've got a little bit of horror on the side, because why not? And yeah, I think that about covers it. I'll be seeing you all later, everyone. Goodbye.